7 years ago, I shared my investiture speech from a stage just down the hall in this very building. I recall the anxiety I felt preparing for that talk. I had barely started my journey as a university president. But there I stood, looking out across the recital hall, filled with leaders from our university, from our city, and our region. Many of you were there that day. I focused my message that day on culture change. I issued a bold challenge to be a university where the culture is owned, not rented. I called us to a deeper sense of personal involvement and responsibility. From a historical context, at that time, we were over 2 years away from blowing out UC's bicentennial candles, as well as launching the Next Now campaign. And Next Lives Here, the strategic direction that has guided us these past 6+ years, was nothing more than a drawing board concept. The journey in UC's history, from that investiture stage to this one, has been nothing short of remarkable. We have already seen so many personal and powerful examples of our university's progress this evening. Tonight, as we celebrate the successful close of a $2 billion fundraising campaign, I submit to you that we short ourselves if we don't also think bigger, beyond the dollar figure, to our larger impact, and champion the ways in which we now own our culture. We own our culture every time a Cincinnati public schools student who once had no hope of going to college now proudly strides across our commencement stage. We own our culture when Bearcat athletes look down and see the Big 12 logo on their sweat-soaked game jersey and know, without a doubt, that they are competing against the very best. We own our culture when a corporation puts down stakes in our 1819 Innovation Hub to tap our student and faculty talent. We own our culture when the state of Ohio invests $100 million to build the Cincinnati Innovation District, anchored by the University of Cincinnati. And we own our culture when leukemia patients walk into our city's new, gleaming blood cancer healing center and know that the life-saving treatment they are receiving is second to none. Our university has elevated itself in more ways than we can count, and so much has been driven by the generosity in this room. Tonight is about you. Our success is because of you. Starting with a record enrollment that has eclipsed 53,000 students, a research profile that has grown by 53% since 2017, now nearly topping $700 million in annual expenditures. More than 12,500 graduates a year, and an endowment that has grown from $1.2 billion to $2 billion. We could accomplish none of these things without you. And never could I have fathomed, when I walked onto that investiture stage in 2017, the incredible progress and pace of change that was in our future. So as a university, have we arrived? Far from it. There are many more hills to climb and challenges to surmount. And as we continue to pursue our vision of leading urban public universities into a new era of innovation and impact, we must work together. Along the way, may we continue to remind ourselves to always own it. Own our successes, own our failures, own our future. And in the process, build the next horizon for our society. Thank you for all that you do.